All right, we're out at the home of Jose and Melanie Schroeder. I'm going to be doing some siding work for them. It looks like there's a maxi plank on there right now, which is good, better than masonite. But the problem is that it was installed by probably somebody that shouldn't have been doing siding work. Unfortunately, all the trim is wood, so it's rotting. We got some really nasty wave lines down this side. You can see that on the video. Look at that, where the wall's just, I mean, it's just pretty nuts. So they recognized this and said it's been an eyesore, so much to the point where they walk out in the backyard, they don't look back at their house. So, and I think Melanie was being serious when she said that. So we're going to help them out with that. We're going to do a full tear off. We'll put up a quiet brace, our Tyvek, and then we'll go back with a Cedar Mill Select Hardie board. All trim will be the Cedar Mill Select grain, 1x4. In most cases, we have some interior corners that will be 1x2. We are doing a fascia overlay and a drip edge replacement with Hardie plank. There is the composite cement board soffit, which is a good thing. So we talked about how much money that's saving them, and it's in good shape. So we'll just leave that. We're going to caulk and seal it and paint it. But other than that, we'll leave the composite. We'll leave the composite soffit there, and again, just save a bunch of money on the project. These two front porch columns here, we're going to leave the siding material. We'll paint those, but you can see that capping, that 1x4 trim up top here, and then also the bottom board, trim board, 1x4 is wood, and in some places those are rotten pretty good. So we're going to replace that with Hardie on both of these, and then also I believe it's 3 columns in back. But other than that, these are going to stay sided with the same material, the 5/16 composite board that they are now. We'll just paint them up and get them look real nice. Do a Hardie porch up here, so we can overlay the Hardie porch on top of this. It's in good condition, but again, the way they nailed. You know, they used headed nails, and you know, in a lot of places, and they're poking through, and you know, they nailed on the bottom of the board, so a lot of the corners are snapping off. It's just you know, again, it just wasn't done by the right type of people. So we got Hardie porch on the front porch and the rear porch that we'll go look at here in just a second. We're going to paint the front door here. Unfortunately, that's a brick mold, and we don't have any kind of brick mold in the Hardie. So we'll just paint that, and it's relatively protected anyway, so not a big issue there. But that's really about the only trim piece that won't be Hardie plank. You can see up top, anywhere where we need a Z-flash on that sidewall that's dying into that roof line, we will provide that. On all the trim too, they're all miter cut. We're not going to do a miter cut. What we will do is on our vertical boards here, those will come straight down, and then the horizontal board will start from that corner over. So all our seams on the bottom of that board will be vertical, which is the way we want them for water runoff. So that'll be the case on all the windows. They'll be flashed and sealed before we put that trim on, and then we'll do head flashing as well. Again here, exposed drip edge with no metal drip. So we'll get rid of that drip edge, put on our Hardie drip, and we'll be good to go, and then put on our Hardie fascia. We will be painting the garage door. It's a new garage door, and they just haven't painted it to the color of the siding like their old one was. So we'll do that for them, and we will be doing a garage door wrap. So we'll get that all looking good and all maintenance free for them. Coming over here to the right side, again, just a lot of soffit fascia. Not so much the siding here on the right side. You can see a little bit up top there. A couple windows we got to retrim, corner trim. Will look a lot better than what it does now. What they did is basically just on this facing edge, this side of the house, they put a 1x4 and just butted up that way. So we'll make that a clean joint with a 1x4 on each side. It'll look much nicer than what it does now. Got a couple really nice dogs, so we'll run into them. So you can see here what we're working with. A couple windows in brick, we'll just leave those alone, obviously. Again, more soffit. In most cases, some places we have a foot soffit. Some places we have about a 6-inch soffit. So whatever it is, we'll deal with it accordingly and caulk it, prep it, and paint it. You can see some of the drip edge rotting out right there. Just a hole. And just the seams, I mean everything, again, the way they nailed. Look at how bad these joints have pulled apart. And it's just something where they're figuring out the caulking and sealing just isn't helping. It's just making matters worse. And really taking away from the looks, you know, the aesthetics of the home. So they finally just got to a point where they're just fed up. Here you can see the composite board, but they used wood trim and cut it in a miter, and that's what you got. So all those problems will be taken care of for good. No more paint patch and having to come out and do the annual, semi-annual house repair. So be a nice change for them. So again, just sidewall back here. It's about a 9.5-foot wall. Again, flashing may come into play up there where we got the sidewall dying into the roof line. Here's our 2 columns. And again, the columns are good. They're faced with that composite. It looks like a maxi plank, probably some sort of certainteed kind of deal. But it is retrimmed. That 1x4 capping and then that shoe mold down there are wood. So we're going to make that just a simple 1x4 Hardie. We'll retrim the door here, the French doors. Retrim those in Hardie plank. And we got another window up top there that you can see. The fascia and the drip edge will be done the same here on the patio cover. Underside here will be a Hardie porch ceiling overlay. And these sides here will be covered with the Hardie material as well. And there's this double set of doors. There you got that window up there. And again, this wall. So, and they apparently used, Sherwin-Williams, but just probably watered it down. They said that on a hot day they came out here and moved that hose, and it pulled the paint right off the wall. It was just stuck to the hose. So obviously they didn't apply it very well and probably didn't use a full strength paint. Probably watered it down pretty good. And then here's our last wall on the left side of the home. We got one